it's time for Blumpkin and Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Ooh-wee!
Holy shit!
Show me what you got.
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend,
Mr. Rick James.
Hello. Thank you for coming back on the show. It's much appreciated.
Good to be back. It's been a while.
It has. This is the second day in a row that I've seen him. Yesterday I was at his house for a bonfire. I brought some of my children. His girlfriend was there with her children, and also her new puppy. This is a puppy that is kind of the replacement dog for another dog she had once upon a time ago.
Goldfish crackers.
So, there was a point in the past where she had purchased a dog for her household, and it was, just a little puppy. They were super excited to have it. You know, when you get a new pet, you're like showing the internet, look at the pictures of my cute new pet. Oh my God. Oh, it's a puppy. Well, things took a turn, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. You care to elaborate on that?
Well, they were dropping off her youngest daughter at her dad's for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
And when they were coming back home, they decided to stop and have dinner somewhere. And when they came home, they found the dog on a forever nap.
I like how you put that, on a forever nap. What you're saying is the dog had passed.
Yes.
And the unfortunate nature of it involved the dog had suffocated.
Yes.
And it didn't just like get trapped in a blanket and nobody put it in the dryer and took it for a spin or anything like that. There was an empty foil packet from goldfish crackers, and the dog had somehow tried to put its nose in there to get at the crumbs and gotten trapped. Now, this is a theory. Nobody did like bringing in the CSI team to make sure that this wasn't dog murder, but it looks like the dog got its nose inside of the goldfish crackers.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, they found the dog lying there on the ground with the empty bag right next to its head. So
I thought its head was in the bag.
I don't remember, because you'd think, yeah, the dog, if it suffocated, the bag wouldn't have came off, unless if someone did this and then placed the bag as evidence.
Yeah, that'd be a dastardly crime.
Yeah.
Not to be extra morbid here, but what if the dog like died and then finally its lungs like released, and that was enough pressure to blow the bag off the dog's head?
Yeah. I guess the bag would have had to been on there. I don't know. I just remember getting a phone call. It's funny. I was at home with my mom, and I was kind of talking to her about how the dog was kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, and because it had a rough week. It was pooping everywhere. It was tearing stuff up. And I was telling my mom that, yeah, the thing needs to be put in a kennel, but she doesn't got the heart to do it. And, and I got a call right then and there saying the dog's dead.
Holy shit!
How did you respond to that, right? Did you say, are you kidding me? Are you joking? What the...
I could tell she was pretty devastated by it. She was bawling. You know, I think it's she's a great person, and she loves dogs, and she just is, as I've learned to come, she's the last person in the world that would want to be, accused. Well, not accused, because she
responsible
of in this manner, and that's been tough for her. It's still tough for her.
And then ultimately, what came to be realized is that the 6-year-old had been eating the goldfish crackers and left the bag out, and that's what did it.
Yep. And yeah, they didn't want to tell her that. So I think they said something else happened with her, so she doesn't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I had a neighbor that bought a puppy for their kids, and I guess the girl was going out to play on her swing set, so she opened the door and the dog got out, and then we lived in a cul-de-sac, so, there's a connecting street. It made a beeline for the connecting street and just creamed by a car up in the wheel well, probably snapped the neck. Just one of those. And they told her that, it's not her fault, and the dog died quick and didn't feel any pain. Which is a fucking lie, because that dog felt a lot of pain.
All of that was a lie. It was your fault, and the dog suffered.
Like, you could not have been more full of shit. But how do you say to a kid, no, this is your fucking fault? I gotta say this. If my kids did that, one, I'd be furious about the dead dog, because then I gotta bury it, which is not fun. Especially when you're fucking peeling it off of somebody's goddamn shocks up in the wheel well there.
You dick!
But I'd be very tempted to be like, here's the deal. I said make sure the dog doesn't get out, or it might get hit by a car. And then you let it out, and it got hit by a fucking car. Nobody at your girlfriend's house is probably like, hey, pick up your trash from your snack. We don't want the puppy to die.
Yeah, well, it's tough. It was tough. It was a very tough weekend. The best part about the weekend that I remember very well was going to the Mastodon concert, which Mastodon played the whole Crack the Sky album. It was fantastic.
That sounds fantastic.
It was one of my favorite concerts of all time. But
kind of a dark cloud hanging over everything, huh?
Well, that's the problem about it too, is I never wanted her to get the dog. She went out and got the dog anyways. And not that we talked about it. She just kind of told me, hey, I got a dog. And then she got mad for me not telling her. Why didn't you say, I'm like, well, you're going to do it. I can't stop you from doing it. But, it was just unfortunate. And, well, life goes on.
These things happen.
Yeah, and it's tough for me because I'm not a pet person. We never had pets growing up. I think I've told you this many times, the story of when I was little, we had a dog. I don't know what kind of dog it was, but the dog liked to jump and play, and it knocked me over all the time and ran into me, knocked me over. And then the dog got hit by a car. And then my parents were, devastated by it, and they said, Rick, we got some bad news. Skippy died. And my reaction was, good, I'm glad Skippy was died. I didn't like Skippy.
Were your parents just like, oh my God?
Well, and I was like 4 or 5, and like I said, the dog knocked me on my ass all the time.
Yeah.
We had that dog, and my dad was devastated by it, and then so they thought, well, to get over that dog, we'll go out and get another dog, and then like 2 days later, that dog got hit by a car.
Jesus Christ!
And then my mom and dad were like, we're never getting a pet again.
That's good, because I think the universe is trying to send you a sign. Hey, look at this great new dog we got. Hate when that happens.
Yeah, so yeah, no, for me, pets, never. I know you've had cats for a while. I don't know what you had growing up as a kid, but
I had a dog.
Yeah.
His name was Jacques. He bit me a lot, but I teased him incessantly. I both loved him and hated him. I know you don't watch enough of Venture Brothers, but my dog and I were like Dr. Venture and the Monarch. We just had this weird symbiote. It's like Batman and the Joker.
Yeah,
we both hated and needed each other at the same time.
So was this when you were younger or more of your older years as a kid?
We got the dog when I was 8.
Okay.
And then we put him down when I was 22.
Yeah, didn't you? Wasn't that pretty tough for you? Or
we did it right in the middle of when I was working on Christmas setup at Menards. So the holidays were approaching.
Would have that been when I was working with you, or is that?
No, this was when I was at the other store, when I was at Coon Rapids. And I thought, I'm going to rush home to see him because I knew my mom was taking him to put him to sleep. So I went home on my lunch break to go see him. She was already gone. I was like, I missed him. The reason I wanted you to tell the story is because it led to so many jokes about goldfish crackers. Like, my kids always ate goldfish crackers. And as you're telling me the story, the juice came up and asked me for some goldfish. And I'm like, holy shit, what a coincidence. Tragic. But I believe goldfish are known as the snack that smiles back. Yeah, unless you're fucking suffocating inside of the goddamn bag. That's a terrible way for a puppy to go. And then when we were at your house yesterday, you told me about Easter.
Yeah.
That your girlfriend's daughter's dad brought over Easter basket for her.
Yep.
And inside of it was goldfish crackers. And at the time, the old lady didn't flip out. But after he left, she told you.
Well, actually, no, he dropped it off before we even got back. So she didn't. The youngest girl didn't see her dad.
Yeah.
So, my first thought when I seen it was immediately,
Uh-oh.
the deadly goldfish cracker snack.
It's like any parent that's reading Huck Finn to their children.
Yeah.
We're getting near we're getting to the part of the story where he says, oh boy, what are we going to do here?
Yeah, so it a little uncomfortable, and yeah.
You told me her words were, I don't want that in my house. Like they're ruined forever now.
No, yeah, she said she didn't like seeing them.
So is she like triggered if she sees an actual goldfish?
I think it's just the bag of the cracker.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
So she remembers.
Oh.
And Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's not gonna let go of that one. It was really tough on her. It sucked, the whole dog thing, and it was tough for me because I'm not very supportive. Because it sucked to see the little dog die.
And the kids were upset, and the girlfriend was upset, but you don't have that animal attachment.
No, I don't.
Up.
And I never said this to her because it would destroy her. But I was like, the whole time she had the thing, I was like, you need a kennel. And that's not my experience. That's what people say. Because I guess I just learned this recently that male dogs pee and shit everywhere.
They do.
And that's why they got the dog they had yesterday. She's way younger than the other one, and she's already going on mats and stuff. She's missing and stuff. But
figuring it out.
Actually, I found one of her poops the other day on my foot.
Wait, on your foot?
Yeah.
Like you stepped in it, or she shit on your foot?
I stepped in it, smushed it.
Okay, so you found it with your foot.
I found it with my foot, yes.
Was it still warm?
I don't remember. I was just like, damn it.
Dude, I gotta tell you, barefoot stepping on dog shit in the house is one of the worst fucking sensory experiences you can have. It's just the texture, how it squishes nice and flat like Play-Doh. It's warm. You gotta wash your feet. I remember one time
it was right on my heel too, so it really spread out.
Oh, fuck. I remember one time my mom, who was morbidly obese, stepped in one of Jacques' poops. And she had to slowly hop up the stairs to the bathtub, one fucking step at a time, to keep the other foot elevated.
Yeah, that's
and she
tough.
was wearing her nightgown. This happened earlier in the day. So I got the lucky job of having to scrub the shit out from in between her fucking toes. Oh my God. And this is why I don't like having dogs, and I never got another one, is obviously they bark and they're loud and they chew stuff and they pee and poop in the house. The cat shits in a box most of the time. Except my cat Buddy, who started doing it outside of the box. And that's why he doesn't live here anymore. So, fuck you, Buddy.
Fuck you, buddy.
And now he lives with the beast again. And he's gotten really fat and bloated because she overfeeds him and she buys cheap food. But, that's the thing, is she doesn't want to put him to sleep if he gets sick. I know she's going to make me fucking do it. She's going to be like, can you please take him to get put to sleep? And I'm going to go, no, this is on you. And don't you try to get anybody else to do it. You take that fucking cat to the goddamn vet and you murder him. I'm not doing it. I've already had to do it 2 other fucking times. It's not fun. So it's your turn. You bought him. You gave him to me. We broke up. I kept him to be a dick because I had put him in my name and paid for him to go to the vet and get treated once for a bladder issue. And he stayed here for a long time, and when it became a problem, I got rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. Unlike a friend of mine growing up, who I worked with at Target, he had this dog, and I don't remember her name, but she got out of the house, and they couldn't find her. And it was winter time. So they were looking for the dog, and they saw her, laying very still, in the middle of an iced-over pond in their neighborhood. Now, his dad is the one who spotted the dog, but his dad had polio, so he uses crutches to get around because his legs don't work. He missed the vaccine cutoff, apparently. Some people just have shit luck.
That's yeah, that's a shitty day.
Yeah. So he had to go out onto the ice to pick up his frozen dead dog corpse, wrap it in a blanket, and carry it home. Very uplifting subject matter, this episode.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff there.
Isn't it?
Well, you know, I don't know if you heard this one too. The girlfriend's neighbor, they got a cat yesterday, and they lost it already.
It was a kitten, and they just got it like hours earlier, hadn't they?
Yeah, they lost last night, and she said she hadn't heard. She hadn't heard that they'd found it yet.
Somebody found it.
Yeah, well, it's
probably a fox.
Yeah,
it's down. It goes into my belly. Oh,
it's just something I've never had. You know, you've said it earlier about how I've traveled a lot,
right?
And that's one of, and that partly that's an excuse because you can't go anywhere when you gotta take care of something, especially with me when I was going out of town all the friggin' time. I mean, Jesus Christ! I was just in California a month ago. I just went to Texas last year, like 3 different times. For a week, 2 weeks. You can't have a pet.
You can't just like pour a week's worth of food onto the bowl and hope that he eats it a day's worth at a time.
I don't need any type of
emotional attachment.
No, I am a cold, heartless son of a bitch. I have no emotions.
Not unlike
the Beast,
who bought goldfish for the kids, right? And because on Elmo's world, Elmo has a goldfish named Dorothy. Well, they had a goldfish named Dorothy. And she waited a little too long to change the water, and Dorothy died. So then she got a replacement Dorothy. Thought she was going to pull it off, right? It happened again. And I went, how fucking bad are you at changing fish water? It's not hard. You scoop them out, you put them in a cup, you empty it out, you put new water in, and then you put the fish back. I mean, we're not talking about fucking dismantling a bomb. There is no wiping sweat from your brow and worrying about what wire you're going to cut. It's a fucking fish. So here's what she tells the girls when the fucking second fish died. Well, Dorothy went to go live on a farm.
There's fish farms.
It's a fucking fish. I can't wait for someday when they're like 13 and 15 and they're like, how come you told us our goldfish went to go live on a farm? Are you fucking retarded? You could have said he went to go live with his fish family in the ocean.
It's kind of funny you're talking about this because the girlfriend's fishes, they said she got a call from her sister this morning saying, yeah, the fish isn't going to make it. It's laying on its side up near the top of the water.
Isn't going to, like it's on life support and you're checking the vitals.
Yeah.
Pulse is getting weaker. Blood pressure's not good. I think he's going to pass.
I don't know. I thought fish don't live that long anyways, especially like the cheap ones you get at the fair, you win a goldfish at the fair or whatever.
Well, that's the thing is they're inside that bag and they use up all the oxygen in the goddamn bag. Like quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly. There was a carnival around our house, I think 2 years ago, and they won goldfish. They won 3 of them. And when they got home, they had 1 of them. I think that was Dorothy Jr.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing that happened with my girlfriend. Her youngest daughter won 2 goldfish, and one didn't make it. Didn't make it home because I think the youngest one dropped the bag.
Oops, and it leaked?
I don't know if it leaked, but they put the fish in the bowl and it was gone. And then the other fish, that one's going too. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, taking a pet to the vet to be put to sleep, it's kind of an emotional experience. You're just sitting there. I suppose, yeah. And then they put them to sleep, like sleeping, and then they administer the chemical that stops their heart. It's like they're gone. Not unlike any episode of a soap opera from the 70s where it's like, he's passed. And then he comes back like 3 weeks later. Like, it's not Pet Cemetery. That fucking cat's not coming back. None of my cats have come back. But there are worse ways to dispose of an animal.
Yeah.
And years ago, my old manager at Menards told me a story of his brother-in-law who had to get rid of a cat. And he put the cat in a box. And he took it to a field. And he shot the box. And he did not get a very good hit with the first bullet. So the cat's meowing in pain. And he doesn't want to open the box up and look. So he puts another fucking round into the goddamn box. And the cat starts meowing more quietly. So maybe he nicked a lung and it was gasping for air and choking to death on its own blood. And then I think he just put 2 more rounds into the box thinking he knew where it was, and he left. that was so somebody found a fucking box with a cat that had 3 or 4 bullet holes in it. It just left it. He didn't bury the fucking thing. He was just like, well, that was way more terrible than I thought it was going to. And then he got the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I've killed all those woodchucks that I caught in my yard, and
good, fuck them.
And I maybe I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but I just, as they said, I had them in the cage. I put a tarp over the cage and put the exhaust pipe in my truck. That's what it said to do, and then I just started the truck up. And
Hang on. Who said to do that?
You look it up online. They say the 2 best way, if you got like an animal in a cage, like a woodchuck, the best way to kill them is 1, gas it out with the exhaust of your vehicle, or 2, fill a large trash can full of water and drown them.
And
I thought it was a lot less
humane.
I thought it was a lot less work to have to fill up I don't want to fill up a trash can full of water. It's just easier just to get the tarp and then just.
It's cheaper.
Yeah,
you're not wasting water.
Yeah.
Making a fucking dead animal.
No,
soup.
but one of those woodchucks died like immediately. That one didn't have a lot of fight in it. Those other 2, they held on. I had to gas them under the truck for like a good half hour.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's, that's what's the way you do it. I mean, if I could throw them on my shoulder and the fireman lift them over my head and drive my knee into their face.
Oh my God. You're going to have a wrestling match with a woodchuck, huh?
Well, if you got to put something to sleep, that's what you do, right?
That's what I guess. You just choke the life out of it.
Those are the only pets I've had. I put them all down, no problem. I was glad to put those bastards down.
I knew a girl a few years back who had a dog that would eat stuff that wasn't food. And the dog ate a fucking knee-high tube sock. So she paid for the dog to have the surgery to remove the sock. Right? So the dog's at home, and she's healing up, and I don't think the dog made it a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 at most. Yeah, you just gotta let go.
Sometimes the ones we love leave us before we're ready to say goodbye. No longer do you have to sit around and stare at pictures longing to look into your deceased pet's eyes again. Here at Forever Friends, we run a full taxidermy service capable of stuffing your dead pet and setting them into a natural pose so you can display them like the separation never occurred. Perhaps you'd rather keep your little fur baby closer to your heart. We have an animal crematorium on site and a jewelry making shop in the very next room. Imagine wearing an amulet full of their ashes around your neck that you can hold tightly while you look around and reminisce in silence in your 1-bedroom apartment, which is occupied by nothing but bittersweet memories and broken dreams. Nothing we do here is ever creepy, and I am definitely not a lonely old woman who gets her jollies dancing around nude with dead dogs, like a certain Yelp reviewer suggested. Visit our website at foreverfriends.net and peruse all the various services we offer to commemorate your dog, cat, bird, or rabbit. But not reptiles, because those are the devil's companions. Contact us today, before it's too late. Forever Friends. Never let go.
Neighbor's dog constantly getting off its leash and into your trash. Finding random piles of feces in your yard that are far too big to be one of your children. Cat knocked up repeatedly by a local area Tom. Maybe your garden is being pilfered by a coyote or some kind of other animal who has taken to plundering your produce due to the townhome development encroaching on its natural habitat. Okay, that last one might actually be a man-made problem, but you get the idea. Animal invaders. You can continue to grit your teeth or fucking do something about it. Call Nega Nappers. We'll put an end to all the critter-based chicanery. Not like show up and feed a bunch of rat poison-laced biscuits to the golden retriever next door or stab the stray feline neighborhood tramp with a pitchfork. No, no, no. We'll show up and wrap that leash around the owner's neck, then tie it to the bumper of an 80s station wagon and take him for a drive, like in that movie that time. Then we'll drop a deuce on his lawn, because most likely it's a guy who's letting this happen. Be honest. Call 1-800-NAGAS. That's Nagas with an A. We know we're just asking for a grassroots Twitter campaign where people declare our brand an insensitive attempt at humor. But until then, we're riding this wagon until the wheels fall off. Nega Nappers, helping you reclaim your life.
You're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
I had this friend growing up. It's the friend who pooped his pants in art class in 3rd grade.
That's a lifelong. Just tie that to him. That's never going to go.
Never get away from that. Never shit your pants in school.
Once you poop your pants, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah. So they had a German Shepherd. It was a really nice dog, but one day she just apparently left a trail of bloody shit from the downstairs family room up 2 flights all the way to the bedroom, and then was like cowering in the bathroom. And he was telling me this story, and I should have been like, oh, dude, that's horrible. I'm sorry. But I was a kid, and it's me. So all I could focus on was the fact that every step had some bloody shit on it, and that his dad had to take it to the vet to put it to sleep, because his dad was a very strict man who would not have been happy to have to clean shit out of his carpet, let alone bloody shit. Like, fucking tear the carpet up, redo it. You don't want to have to scrub the bloody turds out of that, all the stairs. Yeah, imagine a dog, an entire 2 flights of steps with bloody shit up them. Dear sweet Lord. But you wouldn't deal with it. You'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to take the dog out back and shoot it in the face.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do that, but yeah, I mean...
I got the kennel, I put a tarp over it, I backed my truck up.
What's the only thing worse than shit? Just bloody shit, I guess. Yeah, well, you know, there's ways to do things.
Yeah.
Well, in regards to... We'll have to go back to when you were saying, like, the kid that pooped his pants in 3rd grade. I always remember that. Well, for me, it was when I was in kindergarten. We had the big carpet where everybody sat down for story time, and there was a big circle in the middle of the carpet, and I puked in it for the whole school year. No one sat in that circle in the middle, and I was known as the circle puker.
No. Well,
branded.
Here's the thing: he had asked to go to the bathroom, and a teacher wouldn't let him.
That's mean.
And then he didn't feel good. And then he got diarrhea in his royal blue-colored sweatpants. I'll never forget that fact. There's so many fucking specific contextual details of this story that will live on with me until I die. It smelled like farts in the class. We're like, what smells like farts? And then like he looked really nervous. And then he had to go to gym class. So he got up, and people were like, oh, he pooped his pants. And he felt really bad. There was a big wet spot on his butt from the diarrhea. And then I went over and looked at his chair, and there was like a moist, you know, like wet fabric will leave a pattern of moisture. He left a fabric pattern of diarrhea juice, and then the teacher doesn't send him to the nurse's office. She makes him go to gym class. Can you imagine if a teacher did that today? You'd be fucking fired and murdered in your sleep.
Why would anybody want a kid walking around with poop-filled pants?
I don't know, but we're sitting there in art class, and everybody felt bad for him, except for me, who kept, laughing about it. Because I'm an asshole and a bad friend. And the teacher felt bad enough to sit next to him as we were sitting on the floor. So then for the longest time I joked about, there's the stain on the gym floor from when you sat there with your diarrhea pants.
Why wouldn't they let the kid...
I don't know. Believe it or not, me and that kid, we are not still friends to this day.
Oh, that's a great story.
I don't know why. We were so close.
Didn't they have like spare clothes for you in school in case you...
Probably. But not my 3rd grade teacher. She made him go to fucking class. I thought
something like, oh, there's the school shirt because you threw up on your shirt. Because I threw up on my shirt multiple times when I was in elementary school.
Were you a puker?
Oh, I was sick all the time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They almost, I don't remember if it was like 2nd or 3rd grade, they were threatening about holding me back a year, the school was, because I missed so many days from being sick.
Not from like staying at home playing with your dog.
No.
I guess just here's a couple last little bits and pieces. I knew this kid and his brother. They lived a few houses down from me growing up. They were a little bit younger than me. And his brother got a pet newt. You know what a newt is, right?
Yeah.
A little lizard. Well, he used to let the newt run around his room and in like his play sets for his toys. And he thought it was really funny that the newt would play with him like that. Well, the newt got loose one time. And they never found it. So somewhere in that house, they eventually came across a dried up newt, which had to be horrifying for anybody to find this fucking beef jerky of a lizard that God knows how long it had been there and gone to die. Pet death. It's high comedy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a animal or pet person, why did I get on this episode? Just because of a bag of goldfish crackers?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. Because it's just one of those things that I feel we need to exercise those demons. Because now maybe that we've just talked about it on here, we don't need to talk about it anymore. But I knew there was a bunch of other pet death stories.
Probably not.
I like to keep it topical. Bunch of stories that all relate. And also, we've reached the point in the show when it's time to play a game. You will be playing the RPS Challenge, which you have played before.
We have, and you were, not happy with the way I played.
Aren't you? Let's look at your record, because I do keep tabs on this, just so you know.
I either lost or I don't think I ever...
So, you're actually 2-0.
How did that... Because am I supposed to keep playing until I lose?
No, it's not. We don't do it. That would make sense. That's how Graham did it when he had this on his show. But I don't subscribe.
Because I thought
you'd
text me text me your five hands.
Yeah, you beat Bobby Murderface back in episode 140, and prior to that, let's see where we can find your name in the database. You beat me in episode 134. So go fuck yourself.
Oh, bitch.
If I could, I would.
I was almost there.
I'm getting there. I'm going to keep stretching.
So, you, sir, will be going up against our friend Steiny, a.k.a. Other Neil. Okay? Because you went up against another Menard's friend before in Bobby Murderface, and you went up against me. So we're sticking with Menard's opponents for you.
Let's go for it.
Here's why this is important. Is because I'm getting ready, and I haven't done this in 3 years. I did an episode in 2017. The 2017 RPS Intercontinental Championship Extravaganza. It was an episode of all RPS matches, and it was my attempt to make a run towards the title. Did not necessarily go too well. So I'm gearing up for another tournament-style bracket with multiple people playing, and Other Neil needs to have some more under his belt.
Good, very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin and Friends proudly brings to you the Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge Championship of the World!
So was this best of 5 or...
It is best of 5 unless we need to go to overtime, which is why I always ask everybody to text me 8 hands. So, without further ado, here is an RPS Challenge. The following contest is set for one fall of 5 hands and is a RPS Intercontinental Champion Challenge Championship non-title match. In this corner, a man who feels no attachment to animals. His favorite animal fact is how they taste.
Deliciously, by the way.
Yes, they are. We ate many meats yesterday at your house. Many delicious, spicy, tube-shaped meats. That does not mean that we had a Hispanic gangbang. Nobody had any chili.
It was in the cupboard.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Too many kids around to bring it out.
Yeah. And in the other corner, we have the Neil that's not the regular Neil. He's the other Neil, unless he's the only Neil here, and the big Neil's gone, and then he's just Neil. Terrible introduction. Hand number 1.
Rock.
You went rock. He went scissors. There you go. Hand number 1. Good for you. That's a point. Hand number 2.
Paper.
You went paper. He went scissors. That's tied up. That's a 1-1. Here we go. Into hand number 3.
Scissors.
You went scissors. He went paper. Another point for you. You reclaim the lead. Hand number 4.
Rock.
You went rock. He went rock. That's a tie, no point. So going into hand number 5, he needs to get this to push it into overtime. Hand number 5.
Paper.
You went paper. He went paper. No point, so you win. 2 points to 1 point. Look at you, you're 3-0. And he's now got a 50% win percentage, which helps me out a lot.
Sure.
Good for him. Good for you.
Good for all of us.
Good for this family. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and friends. We are on iTunes and on Podbean at blumpkinshow.podbean.com. For original songs by yours truly, you can go to soundcloud.com/BlumpkinMusic or go to YouTube and search Blumpkin Music. The icon you'll notice is a cat with food and barf on its face, because that kitty froed up. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
I'm Rick James, and I think the weirdest animal I've ever eaten is alligator.
Why don't you just throw out this random shit at the end?
We're talking about animals. I think I ate alligator. It's pretty weird.
Good night.